Hello and welcome. This is the Daily Dharma. My name's Dina. Thank you so much for joining today. The pre-messages are showing you at the threshold of a great change, and it appears to be the next level in self-care and even self-love, self-respect is requiring you to make some type of a statement that is going to potentially shatter an illusion or some type of foundational system or status quo being challenged by you. It's been placing some undue pressure upon yourself here, but you've transitioned because of this. And I see you moving with the sun, I hear, with this dragon fae of the West card coming out in the pre-messages with Moksha of Kali. It's like some type of enlightenment and the next level of your energetic cycle coming to pass is like requiring you to say something, and it's coming through as something undesirable to another. It's like you've indeed shifted and changed here. So let's see what these changes are for you, how this is coming through. What are these changes that we're talking about? Mantra of Shakti, it's like you have a whole new mantra that you're singing and speaking into being with every cell of your being in forward momentum, and your alignment is unshakable. Let's see what comes out. Underneath the deck, we have 26, empowerment. And what came out? Throat chakra, express your truth with 23, dynamic. That's an interesting combination. It's like the dynamics of a situation or the status quo being challenged by this new mantra. Like, there are so many that you could speak into beingness, but it's like the baseline is the I am statement. You're not casting any unwarranted spells to yourself by labeling yourself with things that aren't in alignment with your highest good and with your primal desires. It's like you're not going to be swayed. You've had some type of energetic pressure that has created this momentum, and this newfound dynamic is emerging through soul time number 40. I sense that this is probably something that's been kind of brewing within you for some time, especially with that pressure cooker idea behind the Empress of the Pearl here. Soul time is like having pushed back into the self and passing through the eye of the needle here with a new mantra, a new you, breaking through any type of typecasting, projected energies, or foundational expectations of your family or situation of origin, breaking the mold of what was expected for you based on the placements and the standard of wealth and the level of education perhaps that you have. You are breaking some kind of barrier or glass ceiling or something else with this transformation here. Okay, number 30, integration. With this Moksha of Kali and the Dragon Fae is like talking about that transformation. And also with this butterfly here, we're getting a lot of information about this new level. It's something that has been changed, that can no longer, like a mind that has stretched and has come across new information, can no longer be squeezed back into some mold. You've made some type of declaration. In so doing, you've integrated some new codes into your cellular beingness. and really aligning with something very, very ancient within you. I just love this taboo card. I don't think I showed it yet. It's very ancient priestess energy. And we do have the high priestess over here peeking out at me from one of the other decks. All right, 3 coming out together here. I'm still having some cards upside down in my deck from other people shuffling, but Beyond the Mind is showing up in reverse with Divine Masculine and Soul Star Chakra. That's gorgeous. Divine Masculine is all about our assertive and directed energy, and where we place our attention is where our creation begins to take shape. And so with these 3, it's as though this Beyond the Mind in reverse with the Soul Star Chakra, it's like turning the world on its head and believing in the unbelievable, being led by magic. It's like to walk on this plane, but not of it, being more anchored in spirit at sometimes than even grounded into the earthly dimensions here, but being able to create very efficiently from this what appears to be an ungrounded state by integrating something very primal and timeless within yourself. So let's get a little bit more information about this with the shamanic deck. So yeah, there's some type of new mantra, new expression of truth because of an integration of knowledge. And with the moksha of Kali, and the pressure of the Empress of the Pearl, it's like you've ascended a throne because of perhaps being either underestimated or some type of injustice, because Kali comes through when something needs to be transformed with some sacred rage sometimes, or very intense, passionate activation. I'll just leave it at that. Under the deck, we do have the Serpent. This is the year of the snake in the Chinese lunar zodiac at the time of this recording. These are all timeless, but this is always talking about knowledge that comes through shedding of the old ways and outgrowing the previous container, with the snake outgrowing the molds, the typecasted qualities, and really being able to speak things into existence. I'm hearing the rooster crowing outside for confirmation. Interesting. So several cards come out. Most interestingly, because we've been talking about everything that came out so far, the soul retrieval card coming out with this butterfly that's broken through this cocoon. This imagery in symbol language has been coming through the previous few days. Of course, those who have been following the channel in real time know that I've just been gone for quite a while. And so now that we're getting these incoming messages, they seem to be surrounding this new dimensional transformational energy, where the old persona has been vibrationally shaken free from you. I don't know why I was hearing shaken 3 almost said. It was like could be a message there. Upper world, though, this with the soul retrieval, again with this Beyond the Mind Soul Star Chakra, you're anchoring in these new frequencies here and retrieving these codes, downloading these codes. And this soul retrieval talks about your ability to, as this old soul, to really retrieve this sacred knowledge from the earth, from the sun, from the soul time, and through expression of your truth, because you're this priestess energy anchored into the above. And so this otherworldly energy potentially means that there have been those who would underestimate you and try to paint you as someone who's, again, ungrounded, unsuccessful, incapable, or incapable in some type of a way, not to be taken seriously. But I see here with this big fallout, we've got the many masks and the authentic self came out in the pre-shuffle with the radical acceptance, the beloved, and I suspect there it is right there. Interesting. So they kind of show together, but then they each have their own story. Let's take a peek. So I was seeing this as this radical acceptance of the self through the unmasking process of like no longer really feeling obligated to play anyone else's validation games for them, and just really speaking things in a very direct and bold but carefully considerate and compassionate tone. It's like you're piercing through some type of old programming with new codes. And so behind the many masks, we have the crossing, the initiation, which was the card that was under the deck previously when those came out together. It's like you've already been through this portal, this energetic threshold where you've been alchemized into this pearl, this knowledge that's come through this period of being in the cocoon, in the gestation period with the cosmic womb. That's such a subtle card. I like to see if I can get you a picture of it. I hope that you can see what you need to see. But it's definitely a time that has been creating exponential growth, new systems, new operations, new things, new fabrics are being woven during this time of rest and reflection, this soul time card. It's through whatever alchemy that you've been working through. This is the time where you've really brought all of these aspects of yourself, past, present, future, soul longing, and intentional creation of the future, and you're ready to receive and you're ready to birth something new into existence. Below that, hollow bone teachability. I find that beautiful because that's also like its own little chrysalis as well. And I see this time of rest and reflection and renewal as you communing with the earth and with the divine feminine in general, and working very intentionally on your ability to receive, your ability to recognize your own self. And then we have the tree of life, really talking about at the cellular level, upgrading your own DNA and breaking through generational and situational, societal, cultured realities, and being really anchored into both earth and heavens, so to speak, in this world, but not of it. And it comes through with wailing tree reconciliations. It's an interesting combination in that way. The tree of life with the wailing tree. It's like the that inverted card that we saw earlier coming out with this beyond the mind. It's like we had to move beyond the generational curses that kept us in these destructive cycles of being below the soil, fear of success, shame, jealousy, envy, any of those other, workaholism and whatnot, and then recognizing, moving beyond the mind and piercing through the idea that you have to struggle and live in poverty like your ancestors perhaps were led to believe, moving that upwards into this upgraded, shattering that threshold that was previously restricting your awakening process. So the soul star chakra is now brought online, and I'm seeing these reconciliations as you reconciling the unresolved dilemmas of your genetic line and with your societal line, and those matters that you come into this world being an advocate for, to really sing some kind of harmonic tone that breaks other individuals up from their sleeping chrysalis here. So underneath beloved, let's see, we have stars in the sky, limitless possibilities, the staff, the jaguar, and eye of the needle, intentionality. Beautiful. So this radical trust in yourself, radical illumination of what's been going on, and finally coming fully online in your own power, trusting in that catalyzation process that's been lesson after lesson, that's actually able to be reframed into forging you in the fires of time and space, and creating this empress type pearl here, rising from the ashes. Yes, there's some kind of burning passion that's here, and you're really anchored into the limitless possibilities here, just like that beyond the mind. You're moving beyond the limitations of other individuals who are still stuck in that chrysalis here. And the staff reminds me of that hollow bone teachability. But because you were teachable, because you were humble, and because you walked with integrity and developed your shadow side and actually integrated all of your lessons in an upright fashion, you're gaining this spiritual download that brings you a lot of sacred authority, which is not just spiritual power to be wielded by just anybody. This is a level of responsibility that comes to you by wielding this knowledge, by being the one who has seen behind the veils in some type of a way, and has been able to shed your skin and empower your awareness here in such a way. You're gaining some type of some type of opportunity, or even a position of recognition here I'm hearing amongst the stars, which might mean some of you are perhaps destined for some type of popularity, even amongst just little niches or on the big screen or whatever. I mean, of course, that's for just one or two, but there's levels to this recognition. It's like taking your spot amongst the stars can be like how we determine our own success. It's like allowing our ancestors to rest at peace, because we are here unlocking those possibilities and potentialities in real time, just bridging the experience and bringing that joy and trust and faith here, alchemizing fear into faith. First breath, beginner's mind. Yeah, again with that, I put it back in the deck, but that juggling the weight of the world, you've really been doing so much. It's incredible here. From the moment you wake up, it's like you take that first breath, and I'm seeing that you are working diligently with your energy to wake up and decide which way you feel like going. She's wearing one of those masks. With that many masks card, I'm seeing you as somebody who could the drop of a hat, wear another type of persona. So you may be a Heyoka empath type of individual, or a Jack or a Jill of all trades, master of a few or many. And it's like you could be somebody who dresses to the nines and looks all cultured and classy from 9 to 5, and then you go and you get in the garden or something like that, or you fix something that's dirty work or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's like, and it doesn't have to be clean and dirty. It can be like somebody who does a very structured job, or something like legalities or surgical work and precise work, and then goes and does just ink blot type of stuff where there's no control. It's like there's some type of interest that you hold, some curious aspect of yourself where you've gone in so many valuable, various different directions. You are this interesting, complete individual that has taken in multi-cultures, multi-dimensions, multi-possibilities. And so you seem to have the right type of inspiration that can handle anything. And so people would hand you everything if they could. So there's definitely this need to understand the shadow aspects of being so capable and independent in certain ways. And perhaps there's some competitive edge to this as well. And it can be for many different things. But staying the course with which, I mean, you can do anything when you're in this energy, but you can't do everything all at once. You can't be everything to everybody. You could wear a mask for everybody all the time to make them feel more comfortable about themselves. But at this time, it is more so appealing for you, I feel, to straighten up to your full potential and have this very firm spine about you, and to look something square in the eye and say, this is my intention and this is not my intention, and and to invoke something very clearly. So and this is an important portal for you to pass through at this time. So let's get just a couple more cards and actually then move to some tarot. See if we can get any information about some people involved in this. We're getting Ace of Earth Guardians, Meadow. A new beginning in feeling at peace. I'm seeing that you need a little bit of space for fresh air and new inspiration. I do see the dragonfly showing up here again. Waterfall, Priestess of Earth Guardians, again with the Priestess energy. Yeah, you understand something about the human dimension here. Direction and delegation, Sage of Light Codes. Exactly. If you're so capable, then you're very capable of creating a team and identifying what other individuals are also capable and skilled at. And so perhaps you'd be somebody who needs to speak up about your deservingness for, let's say, a management position, or to ask other individuals to come on board for one of your causes so that you can gain some type of buy-in or something. But yeah, it looks like you need some support at this time. The Chalice, Priestess of Activations. So people are ready, and you have the potential to activate them. You can see what's good in them and bring that forward, and that makes people have a sense of belongingness and purpose and self-identity blossoming and personal expansion of gifts and reflection of excellence. You bring out the best in other individuals. and you see how things can work. And so definitely there's some type of leadership from a very compassionate and awakened mindset. Let's see, let's get some tarot cards on this. Ooh, the Devil comes out. There are those who would hope that we would always play small, but it looks like you may be piercing through some type of a web of lies where somebody has been manipulating somebody's emotions and wearing their own mask. Six of Pentacles. It looks like you've got a side hustle that has been going here, and not many people know this about you, but here you are just pouring into it day and night, and it's paying off for you. There's something growing there, and it's highly protected. Wow. So what you had, it's almost like people might have thought you were playing around with something, like a hobby or something, like, oh yeah, that person, they've been taking pictures on their phone, but all of a sudden you're winning medals for your artistic renditions of things and earning contracts here, because what looks like this one's maybe riding this toy horse, for instance, toy dragon, then it becomes this enormous, very activated thing. The momentum, it's like you started from not much and now you're being recognized. Two of Swords, there's some cuts to be made. Look at this individual here and the sidelines. It's like somebody who is crossing their heart, somebody who is possibly not as happy for you as they could be. It's like they're cloaked in this black energy. They're shut down. They may be one of the people related with this emotional manipulation going on with the Devil. You see that little heart there in the side. There's something that you're not seeing because of believing the best in other people, that with this Priestess card is stepping forward. It's like you didn't see it, but now that you're glowing so brightly, somebody else's fake smile is cracking. Two of Wands. I think you're waiting for somebody to step up to the plate and join you in a new vibrational resonance. You're standing at the pinnacle of something vulnerable and just open. Three of Cups. This may be a group of women in a very emotionally sensitive environment sharing food or drink or something such as that, coming together and for like a celebration, but then there's this odd fairy out over here, somebody who's not quite there. And we have Nine of Pentacles. Here you are creating that portal, I feel. Let's give it another shake up here. Everything that you're putting your mind and body and soul behind here is starting to take root, and it's really beautiful to other individuals. And I think that's why the envy, because someone else hasn't been able to get there yet. Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. Queen of Swords is recognizing something through another ally here. It's like there's this ally, could even be a Scorpio, Virgo, Aquarius. Just intuitive there. But I'm seeing one of your allies intercepting some type of gossip or innuendo type commentary and bringing that to you, and you seem to be able to take that in and just release it, alchemizing that darkness and that guardian protector energy that arose here. This individual got upset about it, presented it, and it looks like you are releasing some type of burden of holding on to that. There's this suggestion even of, for some, it will be inappropriate attraction, innuendo energy. For other people, it can be about a cycle of something needing to come to a close but being drawn out. Exactly, the world. Some type of closure needs to happen. And when this information passes through you, it looks like the way that you deal with it is really alchemizing that into the butterflies. It's like you are releasing the butterflies. You are speaking something into being that then helps the other individuals to crack through that chrysalis and gain true freedom from this long cycle. Anything else that wants to come through? I'm seeing a very bossy, outspoken individual coming tearing in with lots to say. Could be somebody with red hair, doesn't have to be. But you've got your own full table and a lot of abundance that you're working on, calling people in, but there's a lot of information coming to you, and it may be that it's more than you could even want at this time, but it's helping you to break free and walk away from something unfulfilling. And it looks like you're going to be pouring yourself into some type of heart-based work, some type of possibly musical, artistic, creative endeavors, or some type of singing, dancing, and celebration energy. Yeah, a lot of page energy, a lot of potentially speaking things, messenger type information. You may be gaining information through the ethers as though like you have no business knowing this, but it's coming through you anyways because spirit wants you to know. It's like you're sitting at the portal here behind, guarding the divine portal to the unknown, and you're able to eavesdrop on situations that are having to do with you. And you could eavesdrop on those situations that can reinforce these type of old narratives, but you can also take all of that and funnel it through this beautiful new energy that you've been able to create through this time of incubation and integration. And it looks like you're able to move on in some new direction. It looks like you are gaining a following now. It's like you thought you were coming in to be mentored, but now you are the teacher. You thought you were the student, but now you're the teacher. Yeah, somebody, again, we had this yesterday, somebody kind of dictating and asking somebody else to shift and change, and you've been trying to do your best to alchemize and to work within the situation to shift and change it. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, you've got a lot of options, you've got a lot of ideas, but I'm sensing that you're just aware of the shadow within everybody out there here, and you're ready